more inspiring than the people that came and sat before me. And I was not laying anywhere, just to explain that part of the story. But let me tell you another part of the story that maybe Katya she skipped. I didn't say yes right away. I think the first thing I asked Katya when she was starting, okay, we want you to come to Bulgaria, we want you to be in this conference. My first question was, why? What do you want from me? What do you want me to contribute? If I don't have something to contribute, then there is no purpose for me in being anywhere. And she said, you know, what we want is someone to share this experience that maybe you have gone through, which is actually is a very, I would say, thanks to many opportunities I had, it's a very complete experience. Which brings me to what I thought of when I was thinking of this conference. It's something that I was reading about, and it's called the outliers. The outliers are people. The explanation is people that is successful. It's not necessarily the most incredible people. It's not the smartest people. It's not the people that knows everything or the people that have all the money. We have people that have all the money, people that have all the knowledge, and still they don't make it too far, or they are not successful as individuals, as people, as persons, as something bigger than even a job. It's not about a job. It's about a life. And what this says is the outliers are people who have different opportunities than those opportunities of their peers. It's those people that by coincidence, by chance, by destiny, they just came to be in the right place at the right time, in the right moment, when this opportunity came to them, and then they said, yes, I'm going for it. If you go and you see all the successful people in history, they don't come from a background that was easy, and they don't come from a background where everything was given to them. It's easy to say, you know, I struggled hard, and then I moved on, and then I challenged the world, and suddenly I'm successful. That is the myth behind the success. The reality behind the success is these people met an incredible opportunity at some point in their lives, and they said, yes, I want to try that opportunity. So that is what I want to share with this group of people, because let me share now a bit of my story and how I connect this story with other people as well. My name is Franklin. I come from a country of less than, actually when I was, we grow fast, huh? So when I joined AIESEC, we were less than 3 million people. Now we're a bit more than 3 million people, so it's been good times. So I come from this very small country called Panama. And how many of you know more than Panama Canal of Panama? I know. That's what my country is related to, is connected to. We're a small country of 3 million people. And then that's where I come from. My father, he made it to 3rd grade. My mother, she made it to 6th grade. And that's their education. But then they struggled and they say, you know, we can send you guys, my sister and me, to a better place, to a university, to have education. We don't come from a wealthy family, and we are not a wealthy family even now. Not other than that, in AIESEC, the way I met AIESEC, it was because of a friend of mine in class. He was talking about this AIESEC thing and how it was awesome, the parties and everything. And I was thinking, you know, yes, but I mean, like, it's not part, I mean, yes, I like it, but that's not what drives me, you know. So he tried to sell me this idea of AIESEC almost for a year. And I was just like, you know, dude, just calm down, you know. Like, it's okay. I might not be like you, so I'm not into that thing. I had never belonged to any group. Let's say I would not go to school and be like the guy who's in the prom team and organizing the. That's not me. I wouldn't go to that. One day I said, we were having this homework, and he said, we were supposed to figure out what our country needed to be better, a better country. And my first reaction was, I cannot tell you. How can I tell you? I'm part of this country. Whatever I see as bad, it might be good. Whatever I see as good, it might be bad. I don't know. And he said, do you think it makes sense if we pick up the phone and we call someone from Lithuania and ask him what he thinks? Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. And someone from Poland, yes, it would make sense. And for someone from Australia, sure. The next thing he does, he picks up the phone and starts dialing. So I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, who are you calling to, Next thing, we were in this meeting with these people that were telling us what they saw in us, in our culture, in what we are. I was recruited in AIESEC with only other members. We were two. We were two members, and that's not the funny part. The funny part is retention rate was 50%. And we had an EB of 7 people. So there you have the one rower and 7 people shouting at the rower to row fast. That was my first experience. That's how I joined this organization. My LC was in a debt of $3,000, 2,000 euros more or less. If you saw that was not inspiring. That was not the place that you would say, it's perfect. But what I saw there was an opportunity that was not there for other people. I said, this might be us now, but this is what we can be. If you talk about this large organization and these people doing this globally, you cannot fake that. You can fake what you have here, but you cannot fake the bigger picture. That's the AIESEC I joined. I stood in the organization and I took leadership opportunities. I went to become the president after 3 years in AIESEC. I became the president of this same organization, which is AIESEC in Panama and Costa Rica. By the end of that year, we won an award that is a Global Excellence Award. We won the award of being the best country in Latin America, in AIESEC. And that LC of 2 people was an LC of 80 people. And that LC of 2 people is now in the top 10 of the best LCs in Latin America. And the only thing that changed, it was not that we had everything. It's not that we had everything set. We didn't know how to do things. We just did them. If something needed to be done, we just act. We just did. We just decided to be better. And there was one day when we said, whatever has happened until now, that's the past. We talk now about the present and the future and what we are capable of doing. And some people actually believe that story. Some people actually believe, yeah, we can do better. Yeah, we are better. We are good. And from one day, everybody started saying, yeah, we're the best. We're the good LC. And suddenly, everything started changing because people just didn't allow themselves to be better than the best. But that's just part of the story. Afterwards, came AIESEC International. Some of you know that. But in all of these years, I had 7 years in AIESEC in total. And if you ask me, do you feel, which is a question I got a few days ago, actually from a friend from Egypt. She was asking me, was that too much? Do you feel that was long? Would you do it again? Yes. And I wouldn't doubt it for a second. And you know why? It's because it's not about a job, it's about a life. Again. And just with AIESEC, I can talk to most of the people here about their countries because I've been there, because I've met people from there, because I know how it is to be there. I've had conversations with people who have lost everything, their families, everything in war. And all they had was a couple of people that believed the same things he believed of, that war shouldn't be there. And then he just joined this group of people, and then he just moved, and then he was having an experience. The conversation of a pilot of the German Air Force who said, you know, like, I was being trained for war, but then I joined this group of people and I realized that's not what moves me. What moves me is other things. It's creation, not destruction. And then he said, you know, I'm retiring for that, and I'm going to go into other things, into things that are about creation. And like this, a lot of stories that are going to shape us in every single thing. But if you tell me, was it difficult? Was it, you know, I didn't have people training me all the time. I didn't have people telling me that everything is going to be fine all the time. It was an opportunity, and a life opportunity that is knocking at your doors now, let's say, for those who are here, for those who are already in AIESEC, and you're thinking of going forward into something else. It's an opportunity that continues to be there, and how far you're going to take it, it's up to you. But if you balance it in terms of what is a life experience that is worth it, or what is a job that is worth it, then I would say it's not a risk, AIESEC, at all. Like now, after AIESEC International, and after 7 years, I'm in the global headquarters of a large company who is a global partner of AIESEC. And I'm working in talent management, in human resources in that company. I'm reporting to the global vice president of human resources. And let me tell you something, that is not comparable to what I lived in AIESEC. That is almost like the best company you can get to, almost in the best job you can ask for when you're 25. But trust me, this experience you guys are having, this sharing with people, just have the opportunity of challenge yourself, get out of Bulgaria, go and meet people in other countries. Just challenge yourself to be here dancing and say, you know, I can be happy and I don't care about what other people think if I am happy, or if I am sharing these things. That's what I want to encourage you to think a bit about. And that's the kind of experience I want to share with you, that you are lucky. You are one of the few. AIESEC in Bulgaria is not thousands of people. That makes you even more special. If it can be thousands of people, then should be. Hey. But you guys have an opportunity that is, and a responsibility that is, understand where you are at now. Right now you are at something that maybe, and I totally understand it, that is, we cannot understand. It's bigger than us. The first time I understood AIESEC was almost 4 years after joining AIESEC. I was in this global event with people from all these countries, and it was okay. I mean, diversity, young people, good. But then we have this event where we have our alumni, the people who have been in AIESEC for 60 years, just saying, you know, these people are now Nobel Peace Prizes. These people are now making a real difference in whatever they are. And suddenly I'm here and I'm thinking, wow, it's not about 600, it's not about 40,000, it's about hundreds of thousands, millions, through decades, that we said, you know, we want to be the outliers, we want to be the people that have the different opportunity, and we want to be the people that say, yes, I want to go for that opportunity. That's what I want to share with you in this conference. Good? So now, going into a different mood. I'm going to show you a video to welcome this conference, and then I'm going to introduce you to your FASI team. Good?